Hello everyone, my name is Greg and I dev stuff. Welcome everyone to episode 42 of Stardew Valley like game in Unity. In this episode we will start implementing mine, run function, and we will fix issues with object spawner. This episode is brought to you by generous support of people on Patreon and members on YouTube. If you want to join them, link to my Patreon in the description and join button available right now on YouTube. And now I actually have a coffee. If you want to buy me a coffee, you have a link in the description. In this episode we want to introduce a mine, where we will be able to mine resources. It will be a combination of what we have learned so far and implemented so far. But before we continue, we want to introduce a running functionality into the game. Because look at this. This is taking forever to walk anywhere. So when we want to rush somewhere or move long distances, we want to give the player an ability to run around. Select the character and open Character Controller 2D. Introduce a new bool variable called running. In the update, if we press shift, make run true. If we lift up the shift, set it to false. I prefer to not use input get key instead of input get key down and up, because get key down and get key up leave explicit place for when the running starts and when it ends. So you will be able to tackle additional coding over here if, for example, you want to play some special effects when you stop running, or some sound effect when you start running, stuff like this. Now we need to define the speed at which our character will move when he is running. Create serialized variable called run speed with default value of, let's say, 5. And inside move method, if the running is true, use run speed instead of speed. Let's test this. Yes, as you can see, now I can run around. Good, let's introduce mine as a location. So let's use this cave entrance as our mine. So open the forest scene. Drop the essential scene and move the character closer to the entrance, so it will be easier to test stuff. Our collider is generated by the tile map, so we want to remove some tiles so our character can enter the entrance. Now use the mountain tile to block out the background. I know this doesn't look that well, but I'm sorry, I'm not that good with art. Now you can enter the entrance, but it doesn't move us anywhere. This is obvious because we don't have a transition into the mine yet. So create a transition to the cave. When you are done, create a new scene called cave scene. Inside, let's make some dirt floor and introduce transition back to the forest scene. You know, I had this problem with the transition object that it's misplaced like this. So let's fix this. Good. Now we need to get the position after transition. I will use these objects to copy their world position and pass them into the transition component, which lead to those scenes. Be mindful your numbers may vary from mine. So let's test this. Oh yeah, we are using the base tile map name as a prerequisite on the scene. This is not good because we are making certain systems dependent on existence of the object with exact name. This is not a good practice, but for now let's make it slide. We will come back to this later on. Add the cave scene to the build. Move the tile map so it will appear behind the character. Good. Now let's introduce a one-off spawner of the stones. Drop the one-off spawner on the scene. Set it so it will spawn 10 stones. And launch the game. Oh, there is an issue. Yeah, add the not null check for the list of spawned objects, and it should fix it. Good. Now try to enter and exit this cave. Because it is a one-off spawner, it will keep spawning new sets of stones every time we enter and exit the cave. Another error, the spawner spawns the objects on the essential scene. This causes objects to stay on the scene. This is happening because of how our scene is being loaded. While scenes are transitioning, essential scene is marked as a primary scene, so every instantiated object will be placed on the essential scene, until new scene is marked as a primary scene. So to avoid this error, we should simply attach our spawned objects to some kind of parent on this scene. So let's redo our spawner a little. Instead of destroying the one-time spawner object, we will introduce exit gates out of all functionality we don't need on one of spawner. Remove destroy, set parent for spawned object, and in on destroy add exit gate. Now every time I enter or exit the cave, it will spawn a new set of rocks. Good. As you can see, we are making tools which will allow us quickly build scenes out of those tools. Good, this is it for this episode. If you have any questions or any ideas about code, please leave your comment below. If you are interested in seeing what will come out of this, please subscribe. If you want to support further, you can find my Patreon in the description. Special thank you to Andrew V. Long for his generous support. With best regards, see you in the next episode.